Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the UVL 90 Day Challenge. And today we are on day 83 of the 90 Day Challenge. So today we're going to be answering some questions. But before we dive into that, let's introduce ourselves. So, hi, everyone. My name is Sandy. I'm the face of the Facebook business page, Sandy Caballero, Sandy to Empower Lives. I'm originally from Panama, but I currently reside in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry and I'm a proud digital business owner.
Hi, my name is Patsy. I am the face of the Facebook business page, Joe Bad Blessing, and I'm a mother of four and grandmother of nine. And originally, I'm from Brunei, but now I'm staying in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And also, I am a proud digital business owner.
Thank you, Patsy. We also want to remind everyone that every Tuesday and every Thursday we have our live webinar at 5 p.m. PST, 6 p.m. MST, and 8 p.m. EST. So if you want to learn how you can earn online, you just have to register in any of the websites that appears on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the same webinar that we have watched and that all the members in our community have watched. That has changed so many lives and it keeps changing lives, including ours. So when you register into the webinar, you will find on the webinar how our business plan works, and also you get to hear testimonials from members of our community. In this case, if you're catching last Thursday's replay, we're gonna be telling you who the panelists were. So the panelists that we are going to be telling you in a moment, they share, their why they decided to start their online business and also uh, how this online business has transformed their lives. So let's see who were the panelists from last Thursday's live webinar.
Yes, the host is Rose Ann, Supply Chain Officer, and the panelists are Louisville, Executive Assistant, Michelle, IT Professional, and Ryan, Nurse Educator.
We also have Gina, she's an hotelier, Jean, an accountant. We have Junko, a hairdresser, and Lily, a former aircrew, educator, and full-time mompreneur. So if you want to catch the replay has subtitles in any languages. And then the live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages. So that's Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. All right, so let's dive into our topic for today. So what is our topic for today, Patsy?
Today is UVL 90-day challenge, day 83 of the 90-day. The topic is answering questions.
That's correct. So we're going to be answering some questions for you. So let's start with our first question.
If you could describe a digital business journey in one word, what would it be and why? I
You
answer
want me
the
to
question.
start? You want me to start or you want to start?
I can start
Okay,
in one word. I say transformation. And why?
transformation.
Because we are transformed into a better version of ourselves. Is in many ways, and we take each day to learn and transform ourselves, and we go to Sandy to describe in more detail.
Yes, I do agree with you. The transformation is one of the things that a word that could describe this digital business because, if we look ourselves, from the beginning to where we are right now, we can see that we have changed. So there is a transformation in ourselves. Um, but I will pick another word for me if you tell me what could describe my digital business journey in one word, what it would be and why, I would say patience. Patience is one of the words that I would describe my digital business journey. In many ways, patience. That's one of the first things that I learned in this business when I started. um, I had to learn to have patience with myself and patience with the business, and then later, with patience, with everybody else. So I I thought that I had patience, but I didn't. So I learned that, uh, especially, when you're doing your online business, it requires a lot of patience, because I mean, some people are lucky and they get their business right away, but some people, it takes us a little bit longer. So uh, you have to have patience, and understand that this is going to work. You're gonna be able to reach the success, but it doesn't happen overnight. It takes hard work at the beginning, and then it takes perseverance, endurance, consistency, and patience, to be able to have that patience that, uh, this is going to be working. I love, I saw from LinkedIn, I saw a post today that I really love about, I think it is like, I can't remember, but it's a Japanese saying that what it shows there, if you're having struggles, don't don't um don't stop because of those struggles, because it's almost like there's a light at the end of the tunnel, but the way that they portray is like a tree. Okay, so the tree will lose its leaves, right? They're gonna fall down. Um but you know the trees stay tall and stand there, and the tree knows that, eventually he will be able to grow their leaves again. So there is hope, so you just have to persevere until eventually that happens. So that's the same thing, for our journey. The patience, we have to have patience, but that patience is going to pay it off, because we're going to see the fruits of our hard work. So that's how I would describe, uh, if I need to pick one word for a digital business journey, that would be the one. Next question.
What What is one surprising lesson you have learned about yourself since starting your online business? I let you answer this one first.
Okay. Okay. One surprising lesson besides the patience, it would be mindset. Um, Again, I thought that I had a strong mindset, but I didn't. So that's also one of the first things that I learned when I started my online business journey. I learned that mindset, you just because you have a strong mindset, because you face some struggles and all that, and you think that you already have a strong mindset, that's incorrect. Because if you encounter another struggle, your mindset is going to fail you. So how can you prevent that? Well, you can prevent that by working on your mindset. So you gotta start feeding your mindset with positive content, motivational content, content that will keep you resilient and stay positive, and start seeing things in a different perspective. So that's one thing that I wasn't doing. Yes, I built the mindset from the struggles that I had in the past, but I didn't keep learning, I didn't keep feeding that. So that's one of the lessons, surprising lessons, that I found out, that you didn't have the strong mindset that you thought that you had. So that was right on my face, learning first hand that I need to keep working on my mindset, because you have to keep feeding it mindset all the time. So don't stop feeding your mindset, because that's how you stay resilient. So that's my surprising lesson that I learned since I started my online business.
As for me, I one surprising lesson I learned about myself is patience. I thought I have I know I am very impatient woman. I usually get frustrated over small things, but Sandy reminded me to be patient, and in the long run, I practice that patient, and I'm more patient than before starting the online business. I used to be very impatient. That's what I learned about myself.
Thank you, Patsy. Okay, so let's go to the next question.
What's the one misconception people often say about digital business that you like to clarify? And is they always say scam, scam about the digital business that I would like to clarify about. And it's not it's not if you really study it, it's not scam, because scam people usually hide a lot of things, but we are open. We are real people. We are open in all our sharings. Whatever misconception, you are free to ask questions. And over to Sandy.
Thank you, Patsy. And that's true. I totally agree with you that that's one of the misconception that, and I think it's because, there's so many scams out there that people tend to, well, because they are afraid, to fall into one of these scams, which is totally understandable. But at the same time, I think we don't need to generalize. And that's one of the things that us as human, we tend to generalize that all the online business are a scam, and that's wrong, because yes, there are some scam out there, but there's also some legit online businesses out there. So yeah, so that's one of the misconception that people often have about digital business. So thank you for clarifying that, Patsy. Now for me, I would say one misconception people that often have is they want to see results right away, you know um yes, just because it's a digital business, and I would say compared to uh mortal, brick or a traditional business. Yes, the digital business, you will be able to see faster results than a traditional business, but it doesn't happen overnight. Okay. There's some people that are able to do it like in less time, like 3 months, 6 months. um, but you can count those people. Okay. Not everyone's journey is that fast. I would say like in average, um, when I say that in average, when I'm talking about these results, I'm talking about the amount that is able to surpass your actual salary that you have right now. Okay, so that means that it lets you live comfortable. So you can see those results in average in our community between 3 to 5 years. Okay, because it all depends on everyone's journey. But in average, that's what we see. When people start living, are able, to quit their job and start living off the online business. Um, but it doesn't happen overnight, and that's what people want to see results right away. It doesn't work that way. You have to put your work at the beginning, um, and then eventually, this is going to start, you're going to start seeing the results. So the online business, because this is a passive income, you start as a compound. Start little. So at the beginning you might not see so many results. Okay, but because this compound, it keeps increasing as you continue your journey, and increasing and increasing. And that's how, eventually, uh, this online business is able to surpass your actual income that you have, and it keeps growing. In reality, you're the one who decides how much you want to make, because the possibilities are endless on this, but you gotta put your hard work at the beginning. So that's what I just wanted to clarify. It doesn't happen overnight, and it's not uh, easy as it seems. Yes, it is easy compared to other business out there, like other online businesses and other traditional business. But at the same time, you gotta put your work at the beginning, and eventually, you just enjoy from your hard work, and then you just nurture your team to help them continue helping more people, uh, to keep um, making those dreams come true. because we are here to be able to reach all and to help more people to be able to overcome, living the life that we are living and living a comfortable lifestyle, the one that you don't have to worry about money anymore, paying the bills to see if you have money to pay the bills, um, and asking permissions to be able to assist, to your kids uh, presentations at school. That's the kind of life, the style that you want to have. You want to be able to, you are your own boss. You decide when you take time off. You decide when, if you want to take vacation tomorrow, you take your vacation tomorrow and you fly somewhere else. So that's the kind of lifestyle that, you can create with an online business. And that's what we have to what that we are working on. But like I said, at the beginning you have to put your work, and then eventually you are able to uh, enjoy all that kind of lifestyle that you have. Okay, so next question, Patsy.
What was your life like before starting your online
Oh, by
business?
the way,
And
did you answer that question?
already,
You did, the other
I
one?
did.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I answer it first, and
Okay.
you answer.
This
What
one,
was
okay.
your life like before starting your online business, and what drove you to make that change?
Okay, so my what was my life before starting my online business? um Income wise was good. I make good money in the movie industry, but at the same time, I work long hours. So that's one of the reasons why. But there's some certain things that, I moved from a traditional job because I worked like in a certain period, I did some retail, I work in retail. And I moved from that because I didn't have the flexibility. When I mean, like I had to stay there after closing in order to attend, like my niece's birthday or something like that. And I couldn't take my vacation, when I wanted. Also, although sometimes they were accommodating, so I would say like I was grateful for that, but I didn't have that flexibility. The movie industry, on the other hand, gave me that flexibility in a way. Um, but I mean, I'm used to, because I worked 25 years in the movie industry, so you learn how to manage your money. Okay. Because when we don't work, we don't get paid. Okay. So yes, if you're staying in Canada, you can apply for the AI, um, while you start working on another production. But I like to have my freedom. I like to travel. So I usually, like I will work the busy season, which is summertime here in Vancouver. And then during winter time, is usually our low season. So that's when I will usually stop working. And then I usually will go travel to Panama, or and I will come back, I will leave like in December, and then I will come back like February or March, and then I'll make myself available again, to work. So that's the kind of lifestyle, I was enjoying. But there is instability when it comes to, uh, the financial instability, and a good example of that was last year. That was one of the reasons that drove me to make that change. Um, because we had a strike that lasted from May all the way to December. Okay, so because of that, we were not, like a lot of people in the movie industry were not able to work. So um, I by the month of July, I'd say, okay, I gotta find something. So that's when I started to look for something, and that made me also, to I've been reflecting actually from since 2018 that I needed some change in my life. Working in the movie industry, like I say, like I love it, because that was my dream since I was a little girl. And when I started, was I was very young and all that. But then, like as year pass, I'm getting older. Those hours are long, and then the thing is, like, I don't have a shift set. It keeps changing according to the shooting. Like if we need to work today, we could be working during the day, and tomorrow we're working night because there's a night shooting. So your body, uh, at the beginning you won't feel it, but eventually you're gonna start feeling it. And one of the things that I didn't like when I was young, I used to love to work on the TV series because they were long, and that means that you were making money, on the long term. But as I got older, I decided to work only on TV movies or some features because it's not that long compared to TV series. Um, and the reason why is because when I started, I had the energy, but by the middle or the end of the production, I was starting feeling it. I was starting to get burnout. Um, so those reasons, the long hours, the commute, because I have to cross the bridge, and then sometimes there's accidents, and then I get stuck. Um, and working those hours long, Monday to Friday, you get tired when you're driving back, depending where you're driving, because like the production is in different locations. And also, I didn't see myself working until 67 years old. Working that long, those hours, and I have aging parents, so I wanted to be able to enjoy my parents, now that they're independent, and I wanted to, be there for them when they're gonna need me, when eventually, I have to take care of them. So if I kept working the same way, I wasn't going to be able to do that. So um, and then, I wanted to retire early. So this setback came as a blessing for me because, it pushed me, to look for something because 5 years ago, I knew that I needed some change, but I kept working because I couldn't find something. But I guess it's because I wasn't really looking into it deeply. And I found some businesses, but they were like very passive, not making really a big impact in when it comes to building an income. So this setback came as a blessing, and I thank God for that because it has the best. It checked all the boxes that I've been looking for, So now I'm gonna be able to retire early, have that financial stability, be there for my parents, be able to take care of them when the time comes, and traveling with them, and have more family time and enjoy those all the things that I love to do. So yeah, so that's the reason why. And that was my life before. What about you, Patsy?
My life was, I couldn't remember what I did before starting my online business. But what drove me to make the change is because we had too much bills to pay. We have bills after bills, and then I did. If I don't make the change in my life, I will be forever paying the bills until the day we die. So I want independent life, with time for my grandchildren, and now my children are all grown up. So the time we have freedom of time and freedom of finance. You see, so that what drove me to make the change. No pain, no gain. So for a while, we know that we had to struggle. We had to be patient, and then in the end, it will pay off.
Hmm. Yeah, I totally agree. Okay, so what is the next question?
What has been the most rewarding part of your digital business journey so far? Is it one word? No.
Mm,
Most rewarding part of my business, digital business so far.
yeah,
Um,
I think you mentioned transformation. I think it was.
no, there's one word. That's most
No, no,
rewarding.
this is not a one word.
Oh, the most rewarding part of the digital business. I have let you start first. Maybe I will remember.
Okay, so for me, I think, well, I think she mentioned, before we went live, I think she mentioned it was learning, transformation. But
Yes,
I'm
yes,
gonna, yeah, I'm gonna leave that to Patsy. But I do
yes.
agree with her that that's one of the things, like learning. And that was
Yeah.
another thing for the reason why also I needed some change on the previous question, because I didn't see myself growing anymore in that same position. So there was no um how I say it, like no meaning for me to stay in there anymore. So I was looking for something that was meaningful to me, where I keep growing. So when I found this business, it really, I love it. So I leave that part for Patsy, for the transformation and the learning. And I will say another one. So for me, I think it's helping others. It's been a rewarding part, being able to see the transformation on others, and on the way that, they never thought that they could do this and now they can do it. So that will be one. And even for myself, the transformation of, for example, like, I didn't like to be in camera. Even though I work in the movie industry, I like to be behind the camera. I like to take pictures from others, and whatever I see, but I don't like to take pictures too much about me. So so that's one of the things that, I kind of like changed when I became to this online business, because I decided to go out of my comfort zone. So that's how you start growing, and self-developing, those things. So rewarding, like when helping, while you help others, you also learn. Not only you the other person is learning from you, but you are also learning from the other person. So it's a win-win. um so it teach you, by helping others, it teach you different things that you learn as you go. And like patience is one of them. The other one is, what else? Patience, be able how to connect with a person, so that the person can understand what you're trying to say. So communication is one of the things, I would say that is very important. um, and understanding, empathizing, a lot of those things, you learn from helping and teaching others, so it's been a learning curve, and I'm sure, as I go through, I'm gonna keep learning more and more. uh, and that's how you become a better mentor, a better coach, a better leader, uh, learning, how can you pass that knowledge to others, so they can get inspired, so they can believe on themselves, and that they can do the things that they thought they couldn't do. So I think that's one of the most rewarding part, be able for me to teach others and pass the knowledge, besides, me learning, because, in order for me to, so that goes with what Patsy is saying, in a way, because, for me to be able to teach others, I have to learn first, so I have to acquire the knowledge first. And then once I acquire the knowledge, then I can pass that knowledge to the others. So it's a combination of what Patsy is gonna mention. Okay, I'll
Yes,
let you go, Patsy.
yes. That's the most rewarding part of my digital business is learning. I like to learn new things and make sure I when I learn, and I like to be also learning also the patience, So I
Mm-hmm.
develop my patience and learn more things, and the more you learn, the wiser you are. If you stop learning, your brain will stop.
Mm-hmm.
You see, we never stop learning. That is what it is good about learning new things. Just we need a lot of patience too.
Yes. Yeah. Um, that's a good thing that you mentioned there, that you gotta keep learning, and that's true when it comes, for example, for a mentor. From a mentor points of view, if you if you, let's say if you stop learning and you are teaching, what's going to happen is your mentee is going to pass you in knowledge, because that mentee is going to keep learning, and then you're going to stay in the same place. So that's why you always need to keep learning, so you can keep passing the knowledge to others, but you also learning and growing, um, and seeing, finding stuff that really helps you to become better, things that will help you to improve the business. So those things, are really important, and you can pass that to other persons, and teach them, how to do it. Okay, I think we have arrived to the end, unless you want to add something else, Patsy.
I think that's the end.
Okay, um, so if you guys want to learn how you can earn online, you can register in any of the websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we will send you that link to watch the webinar, the same webinar that we have watched and that a lot of members of our community have watched. Um, where it has changed so many lives, and it keeps changing lives, including ours. So if you want to catch the live from last Thursday before tomorrow's live webinar, here are the hosts and panelists for that day.
The host is Rose Ann, and she's a supply chain officer. And panelists are Louisville executive assistant, Michelle IT professional, and Ryan nurse educator.
We also have panelist Gina, she's a hotelier. We have Jean, an accountant, and then we have uh, Junko, hairdresser. We have Lily, a former aircrew educator and full-time mompreneur. So as you see, our panelists are from different walks of life. Um, they decided to take that leap of faith, and now this online business has changed their lives. So in this webinar, they're going to be sharing why they decided to join the online business, and how this online business has transformed their lives. So, and in the same webinar, you're also going to be hearing how our online business plan works. So you get to understand that part. So make sure that when you watch the webinar, you watch it completely, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to understand how it works. And you're going to be able to hear the testimonials of the panelists. In addition to that, the same when you register, you're gonna receive another link to register for our live webinar that is every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. PST, 6 p.m. MST, and 8 p.m. EST. So there's gonna be a link there that will take you to a page where there's gonna be two buttons. So one for Tuesday and one for Thursday. So you can register for either one or for both days. Um, we also invite you to our private Facebook group, so where you can get to see more success stories from members of our community, and also more information about the business. So saying that, we want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us. For those watching the replay, also thank you so much. To our followers, thank you very much for being part of our journey, for engaging with our content, and for all your support in watching us. Um, I just want to say, if you guys are not following us in our Facebook business page, they're up on the top of the screen here. You can follow us to get to know us a little bit more, and also to get to know the content that we post, and about more information about the business. So thank you for all the emojis and contents, and we want to wish everyone happy and blessed Monday, and some part of the world is Tuesday. Happy New Year to all of you. Um, May this year 2025 brings you lots of prosperity, success, health, blessings, love, and happiness. Um, so, Happy New Year to all of you, and until the next episode of the UVL 90-Day Challenge for day 84. Thank you for watching, everyone. Happy New
And
Year.
tomorrow episode will be, I mean,
So,
2 hours
oh,
later.
oh, sorry. Yes, what is tomorrow's?
Day 84, share more personal stories or reflections.
Yeah, so we're gonna be sharing about that. Okay, so thank you everyone, and until the next episode of the UVL 90-Day Challenge. Bye everyone.
Bye.